Hi, guys. All right, so Trump's been there for about 2 weeks, or was there for a period of about a week or so. Hillary went and made a visit, I believe, and now Obama finally got off his golf course and attended the flood in Louisiana. At this point in his presidency, I think he's even saying, why bother? But the situation is what it is, and it really is at a point where I think he's kind of tired of all this, and I think he's kind of given up. Uh, and does that mean he shouldn't have gone? No, he should have been there probably the day or two after the actual danger, was gone. Um, I would have said probably after the main flood receded or something of that sort. So that's my opinion. I've never actually been to Louisiana. I've never really been to anywhere near these dams and everything they keep breaking. And the flood area I know is real low. It's like, I believe it's under sea level, so that's why it keeps flooding. But it's just one of those things, that these guys in this area should already have people, and I know they do. I understand they have people who, should always be monitoring the area for floods and the numbers and the stats for what will bring the flood back. Are the things going to hold up? Is the next tsunami going to come through there and clean them out? Are they going to get torrential rains where the water, goes up to somebody's roof? Everything is unaccountable, and I understand that. But it's just one of those things you kind of go, God, Louisiana again? I mean, at some point, I really hope that they just kind of let it flood and then kind of walk everybody out and say, you know what? This is a hazardous area that nobody needs to be in because we don't need to be repairing it every 6 months. But then again, if you stay on it, I think it's very repairable, and they can even have drainage systems to handle the adverse effects of the water. So it really is a double-edged sword. I think that people are doing their job this time around. I think they learned from Katrina and other places, and they know how to effectively respond to these things. I know it wasn't as bad, but you just kind of go, at what point do you kind of just want to leave that area? I mean, I don't know, folks. I'm just kind of at a point where I just don't want to do nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. I hear about all this stuff, and I see nobody jumping to the conclusion, hey, let's go arrest Soros, let's stop HARP, let's do this, let's do that. Let's go after the people who are actively, engaging these situations and making all this stuff actually happen. No, let's go arrest the whistleblowers and the people whom we're being told are committing crimes. Okay. And that's kind of the situation. Obama speaks in flood-ravaged Louisiana finally. This actually had 82,272 views. Originally a CNN Politics situation. Oddly enough, only one person reached this on America 2.0, but we will go through it and we will kind of go from there because it is actually quite fast.
I just had a chance to see some of the damage from
East Baton Rouge
the
Parish
historic floods here in Louisiana. I come here first and foremost to say that the prayers of the entire nation are with everybody who lost loved ones. We are heartbroken by the loss of life. There are also people who are still desperately trying to track down friends and family. We're going to keep on helping them every way that we can.
And that's a good thing. See, somebody asked me, well, what is the president really going to do? Well, the president at this point really isn't going to do anything. FEMA and other services, including the Red Cross, are already on the ground. They're already coordinating efforts. And it's really just, cleanup at this point. I don't know how many people actually lost their lives in this one. I imagine it's probably a dozen, if not 2 dozen. I can't imagine it to be more than that. Oddly enough, to go with this, there was a... Let's see if I have it. Here's another one. FEMA workers around the clock help out. So this is pretty good. I'm not going to let... you can go to America 2.0 and read that. There was a story I had, and I forget what it was, but some police officer was seen praying with survivors and persons that were looking for loved ones and stuff, and he was told by the Red Cross to stop doing that, get back to his patrol car, get back en route, and, handle his situation, and not even to do that when he is not on duty. And even he kind of came out and said, this is absolute bullshit. And this is why I still support the police, because you do have the globalist idea, and unfortunately the police really do need to handle that stuff. And why they're not, I don't understand that. I mean, if it was me, I'd have a badge, and those people would be under arrest, and it'd be done. It'd be like Iceland. We would literally be like Iceland. We'd kick out all the cronies, arrest them. If we had to handle some internal affairs, we'd handle some internal affairs and be done. I mean, we wouldn't be sitting around going, okay, let's see here. ISIS was created by this group, backed up by the U.S. Federal Reserve and all this other stuff. But how this really relates is that basically I'm saying that, there are good people out there doing these jobs, and there are very bad people out there doing these jobs. And then there's the system that just keeps continuing on with the same perpetual bullshit that doesn't end. And you kind of go, holy shit, we're meant to be here, playing with frisbees outside and doing shit, not, indefinite detention systems and watching HARP flood our city so they can go in and stuff of that nature. I mean, at this point, folks, it's just ridiculous. And I think Obama's pretty much reached the same conclusion. Why should I be there? I was there once or twice already, And, he's thinking about he's almost out and people don't like him. They don't really want to be there. I'm certain he's had crowds, off camera and everything, call him every name there is. So at this point, he's probably just, saying, I don't want to be here anymore. And he won't resign or, do that. So it's anybody's guess what'll happen here, folks, but Louisiana was a big deal, and the damages that everybody had was a big deal. I'm not sure how many people lost their lives. I'm not certain how many neighborhoods were absolutely destroyed, because none of those figures seem to actually being released, at least not in the videos and stuff that I'm actually seeing at the moment. But it was not quite to the event of Katrina, where HARP was involved, among other systems, no doubt. I don't remember seeing anything saying Blackwater or XE Inc. or any other groups were on the ground, pulling guns from people's houses like when Katrina happened, among other things. So hopefully this was a lesser situation in East Baton Rouge and other areas in that Louisiana regional area. So thank you guys.